German language. For them, the job is in English. This can also work. So German certificate, if you have, you can add that. What you don't need is you don't need any kind of IELTS for getting jobs in German, because mostly it's German speaking country, so they won't ask you for IELTS. IELTS is only for applying for masters, for example. And no need of money to apply online. Like I showed you, I don't have any subscription. Everything is free. You don't need any kind of money to apply there. Basic application process. Once you are sure what is your profession, it is non-licensed and you have the document to apply, then this is the application process which you will follow. You should check you don't have a license. Then you should research the job positions that are there, different job titles that your job is known for in your country, in your target country, the demand for that job, the skills, the salary. This should be very clear to you. Check if your skills match the job requirement and use the keywords constantly. Keep updating. If you're applying for some job and it's like really your dream job, then you should always keep updating your CV according to the job description, your cover letter according to the job description, and then apply. It takes some effort, but if that job is like really matching, 100% matching to what you're looking for, then you should go one extra step and apply, make changes in your CV and cover letter using the skills and apply using that document. Apply through LinkedIn, apply through Zing, career portals, job portals. Zing is similar to LinkedIn, but for Germany or Europe region. Connect with hiring manager. So once you have applied on the profile, it makes sense that you write to the hiring manager that, hi, I saw that you're hiring for this job. I would want to connect with you on LinkedIn and thought of contacting you directly here. Here's my CV again for your reference. Send an email if email is present, or send a LinkedIn message if you don't see an email. This makes a difference because very few people do that. That's extra effort. Not everyone puts that effort. If you find a job that really matches your skills and you know that if that HR calls you tomorrow, you are ready for the interview even tomorrow. You're ready to answer any technical or personal questions tomorrow itself. If that person calls you, then you should send the hiring manager so that when they call you, you are totally ready. You can answer everything, you tackle all the questions that come to you. Then you'll get interview calls, you'll get interview with HR, technical team, heads, and once that is done, you will get offer. You can use this offer to do the sponsorship, or company will say that we have some company which does this process for us and they will do the whole process for you. That also works. Job portals. Before you start application, make sure everything is ready. Like I said, reference letter, certifications, all documents should be ready. And these are the most common job portals that people applying to Europe are using. And jobs here work like they are mostly not scam. So use these portals only. LinkedIn Jobs, Zing Jobs, Stepstone is a very good website. But with Stepstone and Indeed, the thing is that you have to go to every country's website separately. So if you're looking for jobs in Finland, you would write Stepstone Finland. So you'll get a website fi.stepstone.com. If you want to apply to Germany, you have to Google Stepstone Germany, then you'll get a new website, stepstone.de. This is a Stepstone website only for Germany jobs. So for Stepstone and Indeed, this is the thing that you have separate website for separate country. So that's why for these, you'll have to Google it and find what is the right portal. Monster.com, Eurojobs, Jubel is a new one, Job Rapido is there, company career portals. This is a sure short way to know that job profile is not scam and it is a real job. And plus you'll get many more options here compared to LinkedIn, because here they may have to pay premium or whatever to post, but here it's their own job portal and they get like they will post much more opportunities here than on LinkedIn. And country specific career portals, I have given you a list again in this zip file where all the countries are there. So go and check that out. how to identify your perfect match. So this is very, very important. I've seen people who apply for 100 jobs in a day without even checking if it matches or no. Don't do that because you'll get rejections for many jobs and you will feel sad that why am I getting so many rejections? Because you went on applying mindlessly before. So don't do that. Make sure that a job matches your profile. Make sure that you have read the responsibilities of that job. If this is the profile of a software developer, then I have read this. I know what it means to do security researchers, what it means to connect with them, what is bug bounty program, how to update it, how to participate in this vulnerability report. So this is the profile for security manager, I think. Program in order to access correctly the impact of vulnerability. So if I know how to do this, only then I will apply for the job. And it's not necessary that I know 100%. Even if I know 4 or 3 out of 5, 2 I can learn anytime. Participation at security conference is not a skill anyway. So if I know at least 5 or 4 of these, I know that I can do that. I know this matches my profile. I've done 3 out of 5 before. So this is a good match, and it means that 80% profile matches. It's good to go. Then requirements again, same way you have to check if you know what bug bounty program means, because that is what this profile needs. If you know, only then you can apply. You should know what all these procedures mean. You should know what is vulnerability research and how to do security test and what other classes. If you don't know, like you just know 3 of these and this is what they want. They want you to be familiar with this and have knowledge of this. And if you don't know, that doesn't make sense applying there, because this is their main core competency what is required for this job. So make sure in the requirements at least 70% requirements are matching. Only then you can apply. Otherwise, don't simply apply, waste your time, and get disappointed when you get a rejection. Then this thing should be relevant. Next thing is the job matches at least 60 to 80% in this range. It's good to go, and it should meet your expectations. So many times the job will match, but the salary that they are giving is very less. So you are someone with 9 years of experience, you deserve at least 80 plus thousand as salary. Sultan, would you mute yourself?
Most of the time, the rejection happens because the person is not in the current location.
So, does this job meet your expectations? Salary, location, company size, this is also very important. If you're looking for jobs only in prime, what do you say, in prime cities, and this is somewhere in a village and you don't like to live in villages, then doesn't make sense. Even the company size. If you're someone who likes to work for startups, not for bigger companies, then make sure you see that company size matches, because the work in a startup is different from the work in a big company. If you're someone in your early ages, then early career years, then working in startup makes sense for you because you learn many things much faster compared to working in a big company. So it depends on what are your goals. Do you want to work very hard, or you want to have a normal job where you don't have to work too much? This totally depends on what are your expectations from jobs. So check that. Also, I was saying that salary expectations. If you're someone with 8 to 10 years of experience, then the salary that you should be getting in Germany is 80 plus minimum. Like lowest should be 80 for that much amount of experience. And if they give you 60, then this is not a good offer. With so many years of experience, you cannot start with 60. And for some reasons that you decide to accept that your salary in India is very low, maybe 20,000 only, and you decide that 60 is anyway better than staying in India for me, I'll save much more, then it makes sense. After you come here again, you have Europe in your CV, you have the company from Europe in your CV, you have experience here, and you are in this location. So finding jobs once you're here again becomes easier. So it's your call how you decide to do that. Someone, for example, in India, having good salary with 8 to 10 years in IT sector, definitely you're having 40 plus salary for sure. Someone with very high demand skills will have 30-40 lakhs plus salary per year. And for them, moving on a lower salary doesn't make sense because your saving potential reduces drastically. So make sure all these things match before you're accepting the offer also. How much tax and all is deducted, I will talk about that in the end of this course. LinkedIn jobs, I showed you how this works. You have to write your title here, and you have to write your state or city that you're looking for. You already have average salaries in different states, so you can select the state that way and simply apply. So when you click on apply, it will redirect to company portals. But if there is easy apply, you can apply through LinkedIn also. It works that way. Zing profile. Now, Zing profile is something which is very important. Let's give you a demo. This is Zing. It is xing.com. Here you have to again make your profile. Similar to LinkedIn, it's your network. You can find jobs here. You can make your profile here. This is my profile. You have to just add your different sections, your position, your student data, your skills that you have, your timeline, different experiences that you have, visibility, what do you want? You want full-time roles, remote jobs, or what kind of roles, what languages do you speak, what qualifications do you have? Everything similar to LinkedIn, you have to make the profile complete. Here, it has these checkpoints. So once you click on each of the checkpoint, it will take you there and you can answer the questions and that thing is added to your profile. So this way, filling up a profile is much easier. You just have to get all checks here and it will show that all the data is complete. And that's how you fill up your Zing profile. Why Zing? Because it works. There are many recruiters. This is my Zing inbox. There are so many recruiters contacting me every day on Zing, even though I open it like once in a year. And it is like LinkedIn for Europe. It has very less crowd compared to LinkedIn because people don't know about it. And my friend was here in Germany and they wanted to start their work in Germany. They were through their company for a week and I told them, okay, try Zing. It should work for you. And they said that within 2 days offers started coming in for their skills because that person is highly skilled in cloud domain and the person started getting offers in 2 days. So it works. And if you don't think it works, this is my inbox right now. There are many recruiter messages coming in. So make sure you have a profile there. Someone asked, is the if the experience in finance more than 10 years and salary package is same as IT sector? It's similar. It's not same. Maybe there is 10,000 euro difference, but it's much similar. It totally depends on what skills you have, but you can expect pretty much same. Germany is a socialist economy, and everyone earns pretty much same according to the experience and age that they have. So it's not something very drastic change. But if you work in very high skilled sector, then your salary will be very high in IT sector compared to someone with 10 years experience in finance. That's there. Zing jobs, again, same like LinkedIn, you have to enter your job seeker status, your salary expectation and ideal employers that you're looking for. There is a separate Zing jobs section where you can find it. Just here, yeah. Just click on jobs and it opens different things, different jobs that are available. Type your keywords and start looking for jobs on Zing as well. So one recap of the section, LinkedIn and Zing jobs. You have to make your profile there. Company portals, use them because there are more opportunities compared to all other websites available. General job portals also should work because they are country specific, and country specific portals here means the different portals that governments of different companies have. Like Finland has workinfinland.fi. Denmark has work in Denmark website. Estonia has work in Estonia website. Germany has make it in Germany website. These are all the websites that are developed by the government to attract foreigners in this country's job market. So one thing is sure that if you apply for jobs here, most of them should have English positions. And secondly, employers know that you don't have visa, you're from outside. So most of them will also have visa sponsorship. So that is the advantage of applying for using portals which are specific for foreigners or which are developed by government specifically for people outside that country. Now, social networking. Everyone asks how to do it or what is networking at all. I gave you lots of examples in previous one where you can find people, but here I'm telling you again what networking process means, where to start. So develop by connecting and building relationship, not for asking favors. I get so many messages every day from students who are here who write to me, "Hi, nice to see that you are in Audi. I want a job in Audi, and I want to connect with you." This is not how you build relationship. It's very funny to read such kind of messages. So don't be that person. Don't send such messages. Instead, try to connect with that person. Try to learn from that person. Try to ask some constructive questions. If you really have some problems, then it's okay. But make sure that people who are in the such kind of position that you want to be get loads and loads of messages every day. I get like 20-30 messages every day, and I don't have time to open LinkedIn. I just open maybe once in 2 weeks sometime. So I don't get time to open LinkedIn, but make sure you write a good message. You convey clearly that your motive is to build relationships. Be polite to that person, and don't simply keep asking for favors because there are already many people doing that. Then target ideal companies that you want to work for. So this is the first step where you should start. You should know what companies work for you. If you're someone who is an automotive developer, then make a list of automotive suppliers, manufacturers, OEMs, which will hire you. So you know exactly which are the 20 companies where you should put your focus on their career portals, on connecting with the people who are there in this company, so that you learn from their post, you learn from their experience. You can ask them any problems you have or about any role. Connect with the recruiters so that you show up in their connections. Then identify the right person for cold emailing or cold contacting. It should be, if you are looking for getting hired, if you're looking for a reference, that person should be a decision maker. So if someone who is not hiring for that job, connecting with them will not get you the job. It's better if you connect with someone who is maybe team lead in that for that position, who's maybe director, who is CEO if it's a startup, who is recruiting head, recruiting manager for that position. Connect with such people who are really responsible for that position. If you're applying for a company like BMW, there are like thousands of employees, 50, 60,000 employees, and in a department, there may be 20 people in a department and only two looking or hiring or responsible for that position that you want. So you have to connect with these two and not with 20 others because they won't influence the decision anyway. Then make a contact with this person by using LinkedIn or Zing, or if you have email, or simply start chatting with the person on LinkedIn. Ask them some constructive questions, or if you're able to find their email using tools like email search or just Google search or hunter.io. These are the tools where you can get emails. That is where you can get emails and contact them for cold emailing. Write your pitch, like why you are contacting, what you need, and what value can you provide. Many times we are busy asking favors and we forget that what will be the benefit for that person by providing the value to us. So that is important to know. Most of the times, people who work in consulting companies, they get money for every referral they make. But in normal companies, they don't get any money for making the referral. So make sure that you show a good value in your contact to them. Prepare questions to ask them, prepare some questions, or if you have read their article which you really like, then you can tell them, I really like this article, I found this idea interesting, I implemented this in my life or in my project at work, and it worked for me, thank you for this, where did you learn that? Something like that makes the contact very much natural and develops a connect, a rapport. It builds a relationship that you're learning from this person and shows that you are a proactive individual and not just simply asking that give me a job. It also builds trust with that person, and give them a call to action. So whenever you contact someone, especially HRs, give them a call to action in the end, where you say that this is my email. If you want to discuss my profile further for this job, I would be happy to do it on a call, or happy to schedule a call anytime this week. This is my number. You can call me. This is a very good call to action because that person knows what to do next after looking at your message or after looking at your profile, your resume. Finding the decision maker, like I showed on LinkedIn, this is how you can find the decision maker. Now, this is not a hiring manager. This person is a chief architect, but this is the person who is hiring for this position who can make a decision whether to hire you or not. So, not necessarily the decision maker is always HR, it can be any person who is responsible for hiring or who is responsible for this position. And on job portals, you generally find this at the end of the job description. You find email or LinkedIn address. You find anything. So make sure you, especially if you get this email, it's good to send them a personalized email about using the template that I send you already, and with your CV and cover letter if possible. Tools that you can find to use the right person. Like I said, LinkedIn Zing are the best tools. After that, hunter.io and emailsearch.io to get the emails of the contact person if you need. And templates are already provided of what exactly should you write in the email, how should you follow up, how should you follow up after interview. All the templates I've provided. Now, ChatGPT is something new in the market, and it's one helpful tool which can help you for many things, like writing good emails. If you're someone who is not interested in writing or doesn't have good English skills or doesn't know how to make your first contact, ChatGPT is definitely something which can help you write better, which can help you write good emails, which can help you write good cover letters and help you use good English, correct your grammatical errors in the thing that you have wrote. So if you have written something, draft version, and you don't know if it is right way to say that, you can just paste that in ChatGPT and say, this is my cover letter. Would you improve it, or would you write it in the style of XYZ person? Would you write it in the style of Ankur Warikoo, for example? He writes a lot on LinkedIn, so he's a famous writer. You can write, please correct this cover letter in the style of Ankur Warikoo. And he will, and ChatGPT, sorry, not he, it will write it for you in that style. That's the power of ChatGPT. Then you can improve your CVs, you can improve your LinkedIn descriptions and summaries. I have developed this thing, ChatGPT CV reference, how you can build a CV on that. Did you open that and checked? I have to see. Here it is. So,
Yeah. Priyanka? Hello.
yes.
Yes. Hi. Nishit here. I need to have the main three questions from this. When you were speaking about the Zinc profile, creating of the Zinc profile, okay, is it there's a visibility for the candidates who are applying from India or only from Germany on that website?
Anybody can make a profile. That's why I'm showing it to you here.
No, no, no. Is it they are very effective who are staying in Germany or
Yes,
from India?
anywhere, anywhere. Your
Anyway,
skill should speak well. Like I said, the person, my friend who was here, the skills that the
Okay.
friend had were very high demand. So that's why there were many HRs contacting them. I showed you my inbox, like project
Correct.
manager are in demand. So that's
Yes.
why make sure you add the right skills and you add the right wants so people contact you for the right
Okay.
position.
Um, would it be correct to ask you a question now regarding this present situation in this Germany and European countries? Is it a right time to pitch in? Because we are hearing a lot of about the recession things.
With recession, it will go slower for sure
Sure.
because
Okay.
demand is there, labor shortage is there, but recession is
Mhm.
making it slower, and I
Mhm.
think it will remain slow for a year or two again until the situation comes back to normal. But
Oh,
it's not that it's not the right time to move or something like that. If you're getting a good salary, moving on to 40, 50,000 is not good because it's low salary and
mhm.
only the rents are 1,000. So with 40, 50,000, your in-hand salary would be some 2,000 and rent is 1,000. So what will you live in the remaining 1,000 of money? So it's
Okay.
better that you really have a good salary to move here. So 70 plus for someone with 3 years, someone with 5 years of experience, 70 plus is a very good salary. So if you're getting that, it makes sense to move here. So make sure the salary is good, it matches your job profile, and it will be slow for sure. Moving abroad is not easy, especially from another country. It takes a lot of time. Competition is increasing now. Many people know you can move abroad directly. You can see on LinkedIn that for every position there are like thousands of applicants nowadays. Previously it used to be 50 and 100. So
Mhm.
that's why it's taking time. It will be slow, but if you have the skills it will happen. That's there.
Okay. I joined bit late. Can this be recording available after this
The
session?
recording is available. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for that.
Okay. Uh, Moving on to how I was showing you how to use ChatGPT. This is one chat that I've shared you in the ChatGPT template that I sent. So this is me. I typed, I'm looking to apply for this job, and I wrote that what I did in the job, what were my achievements, etc. And I asked ChatGPT, can you make a resume for me? Please highlight experience, technical skills, and certifications. And ChatGPT created this resume for me immediately by using the data which I provided about my project and previous experience. Then I asked that I found a job role, and this is what they are asking for. I am expert with these softwares, so can you edit the above CV with respect to this job description that I want to apply for? So ChatGPT added points. See, I used these softwares, so the ChatGPT added that to my summary. ChatGPT also added it here, and ChatGPT used various points from these required qualifications and sprinkled keywords all over my profile and made a CV ready in seconds, just seconds. This is my actual chat, and the link is shared with you. So I said, this looks good. Can you convert it to a modern template? And ChatGPT converted it again to a very modern template. That's how you can use ChatGPT and create a resume within seconds. So this is not something very difficult to do. You can use exact commands that I have used here and prepare a CV for yourself, and it will be ready. But main thing is that you should always cross check it. You can ask someone um, in your seniors or your co-workers or anybody to check that is it good, what do you feel, what else should I add, etc. It's good. And someone asked ATS free, so ATS, don't worry about ATS so much. I see people getting scared about ATS as if it's a monster. Like, don't worry about that. You have to worry, do you have keywords in your CV? Is it, does it have bullet points? Is the font readable? These are the things that you should worry about. Are all your skills there? Is the CV one page? That is the thing that you should worry about. Don't be scared of ATS so much. Like, it's nothing. I have never made my CV and thought about ATS kya sochega. Like, it doesn't make sense. Make sure that you have your skills highlighted properly. That is more important. Don't worry about this ATS thing. Main thing is that your skills are there, your certifications are there, your achievements are there in the CV. That is more important. And you don't have to copy this CV exactly as it is. You have to use the points, like how ChatGPT made just 7 points of the job description. I've seen people write 10, 20 points for one job, and it occupies half the page of your CV. That's not how you work. That is where ATS will come in. So that's why you should use ChatGPT and see how they summarized your 20 points into just 7 points. You can also copy paste your job description of 20 points in ChatGPT and say, can you summarize this to 5 points? Use keywords like facilitated communication, use keywords like and have deep understanding of Scrum framework, use keywords like successfully built mobile app. You have to put words into ChatGPT's chat, and then that ChatGPT will use those words. That is how you work on this. So don't worry about ATS so much. Worry that you have keywords. Worry that you read the job description properly. How ChatGPT did that by reading the job description. You also have to do the same thing. Read the job description and see that are you writing these things mentioned here in your CV? That's all. That's what it is about. And that's all. Even ChatGPT says that feel free to adjust the formatting and layout as per the requirements of the job. That is the most important thing, understanding that keywords are there. That's all. And it is not too huge. It is like this, 5 points and 1 or 2 line points. That's all. And this chat is available in the template that I shared with you. So you can go and check out there. Also, ChatGPT can help you prepare interviews. If you want to prepare for some interview, you can ask that we act like a recruiter for project management positions and ask me 3 behavioral questions, or ask me 3 technical questions, ask me 3 functional questions. And after the questions are asked, if you don't know how to answer, you can again ask that develop a interesting answer for this question in less than 100 words, for example, and you will get the answer there. You have to tailor it according to your previous experience, according to your skills again. Jobscan.io. This was some new tool that has come up in the market, so I used it. And what it can do, it can help you improve your CV, cover letter, and add these keywords, or it can do a check for your profile. And you cannot rely on this 100%. Of course, you have to ask some other people also, or check for yourself what they are writing. Is it good? And check again. All these AI generated results, they are in very initial phases. So you cannot 100% rely on them. You have to do a check for yourself also. So I posted my LinkedIn profile on this website, jobscan.io, and I asked the tool to make a profile review for me. So the profile review was done in seconds, literally, and this is one example. So they see for what are the high impact points that should be changed. So they saw my headline and they said that JobsCan, this software saw my headline and said the length of headline is good. You should use exact title like product manager. So I don't want to do product manager role. That's why I write project manager. So, okay, I can do with this. Second, we recommend using product development in your headline. Again, I don't want to go in that part. So I've not included. Special characters were not overused, so it is good. So you have to make a check and analyze for yourself that if it suggests product manager, do you want to be a product manager at all? No, then don't include that, for example. That's how you can approach it. If you read this and you see, I want to move to product manager, maybe instead of project, I should add product, and that would get me the role of my dreams. Then you can change that. That's how you should approach and analyze the results of these AI generated results, because they are not 100% reliable. You have to check for your profile again and again. Next, interview process and timeline. So interview process, I will talk about how the process looks like, roadmap, and some preparation tips. This is an example to manage your application and manage your expectations better from the whole process to avoid disappointments. For example, you are in the January month and you are starting with the application process, you are new to it. Like I said in the previous parts of the course, make a good profile, have all your documents, make sure your degree is recognized in the country that you want to apply to. Then in the same month itself, all these things nowadays take maybe a week to prepare. Your CV, cover letter, LinkedIn profile won't take more than a week. Even if you use different tools, even if you ask for reviews to people, it will be ready in a week for sure. So start applying for jobs then and there if you're in the non-regulated professions. And after applying for jobs, use various portals that are available, like we discussed in this course. Use all of them, make a list of your dream companies and apply, make a profile in their career portals. This will help you to get the job or get more closer to job that you want instead of applying to random 100 jobs that appear on LinkedIn. Then until, oh, I missed Feb. Okay, so I thought that Jan and Feb, at least 2 months time, you should give to test how your CV is working, how your cover letter is working, how different things are working out for you, what reactions you're getting. Are you getting a direct reject? Because this was happening with my friend. My friend was getting direct reject when he was applying to a specific company. And so we were wondering what is happening. So I applied, one more friend applied, and we three were testing the job portal. So it appears that that friend had rejected a previous, had got an interview call, but he ghosted them. And that's why he was blacklisted for 6 months or something like that. So don't do such things. This can also happen. So make sure you're paying attention to what kind of feedback you're getting, what kind of replies you're getting. And if it is a person who is replying you back, always ask that person for feedback, that what is wrong, what can I improve, what did you feel was missing in my profile, or what did you feel that I overwrote or overspoke about in your profile, and improve. That is the key, improving again and again. Then until March, you have to prepare for your interviews. You have to learn German in the process because it will help you. Learning, knowing the local language will definitely help you and get ahead of the competition with at least 1 point. Also, let me tell you a fact that here, if you have some skills to get a job, if you have the right skills to get a job and you're in India, but also if you're in Europe and you don't have the right skills, but you know German fluently, of course, someone who knows German will be hired because they feel that language takes time to be learned, but technical skills can be taught further. Also, if it is a big company, most of the technical work is given outside to other supplier companies who is doing the job. So you should have a good personality to fit in the team, is what they see, rather than if you have 100% match of the technical or functional skills, theoretical skills that are required for a job. That's why I'm saying that work on your soft skills, work on your presentation skills, profile, your behavioral questions, how to answer them, and simultaneously on your technical skills to get shortlisted better, and your German skills, of course. April, May. So I think 4 months are gone, 4 to 5 months. And if you apply properly, you're consistent, like applying weekly, taking out at least 30 minutes of your time in 1 week. And you will get some interviews if you apply properly for the job that matches your profile, because this is what I've done with people who do one-to-one calls with me. Many of them are not getting some calls, and then what they did was I told them to do a targeted application rather than hundreds of applications, because they were sad about the rejections that they were getting. So we targeted some profiles and job descriptions that they should target on, and then they started applying just 10 jobs in a week. And so that's how that person got 2 interviews within 2 weeks, by just doing focused application rather than this hundreds of applications in a day. Then April, May, so that's when You get interview, I think after 4 to 5 months is a good time. If you apply consistently, you will get interviews. Interview is generally made of 3 rounds. Around 1 month, these round will take time because the it depends on the availability of HR, availability of the head of department. Like I said, vacations are a big thing here. So if someone is out on vacation, sometimes they're out for 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. So you have to wait until that person comes back. Until then, nobody reads their emails, nobody does the pending work. It depends. If some contact is there, then they can do. Sometimes nobody is there, so that time no emails will be read. So you have to wait, you have to be patient when you're applying to Europe. That's how it takes a lot of time when you're applying to Europe. Then selection and contract, this happens. So once you're done with the interview process, which may take anything between 3 weeks to 1 to 2 months. Once you're done with that, you'll get selection, you'll get job contract, you will have to prepare for visa documents, you have to do the visa application once all this is ready. And visa takes around 4 to 6 months, 6 months to come. And that's when you can move to Europe. That's how the process looks. So this is when I take in consideration the ideal timeline. It is still taking 8 months for everything to happen. This is very, very ideal timeline. If it's not ideal, it can take more. Or if it is quick, you are someone in high skill professions, it can happen faster also. For one of my follower, the person started applying in a month, and within 2 months that person got job, and within 4 months that person shifted from India to Germany with everything, with whole visa sponsorship, because the company was in urgent need of someone who is a developer, and that's how that guy shifted. So this is also what can happen. So the timeline can be anything between 4 months to 1 year, depending on your efforts, and that person using for applying for jobs.
I have a question here, Priyanka.
Yeah.
So the visa that we are applying once we have an offer from India, what is that called? Is it a like work permit or like
I'll talk about this in the end.
okay?
Interview rounds. So majorly there are 3 interview rounds. Uh, First is behavioral. So always the first person to contact will be the HR, and they will ask you normal questions like what did you do before? What are your technical skills? What are your soft skills? Do you think you can handle this for us? The most important point is knowing SAP, for example. Do you know that? So these kind of questions will be asked by the HR to do a preliminary check, to see if the person matches the job description and they have good skills to fit with the team. Then you have one more round with the head of the department and the HR together. So they again check how you are, what's your personality, do you understand the technical things, are you able to manage the job that you have applied for. They ask you various questions from your previous experiences. Once that is done, then they get a surety. Okay, this is the candidate that we want to go on further with. So meet the team is the next round, where you meet the team, you talk to them. So it's kind of semi-technical, where they can ask you some technical questions about your previous experiences, everyday work that you do, what projects you have handled, what kind of critical situations have you handled, all those things. And main motive is to check like how would you fit in the team. Does your personality match the team, or you talk too much, or you talk too less, or you're not very good with handling pressure, and that team is into services, so they have a lot of pressure every day, or they are into testing side, they have too much pressure, for example. So this is all things that they will look for. Also, yeah, location, and if you're ready to move, so they'll ask you that job is in Hamburg and you live in Munich, so would you be interested in shifting? If not, then you are not someone we are looking for. We want someone to be in the same location or who is willing to come to the office every day, for example. There can also be one major point which can get you rejected. Then technical round. So This is only for the developer or technical profiles, but one more thing is there, that it can also be your first round or it can be somewhere in the middle, where, for example, for data scientist positions, that this happens that when you apply, they give you a case study or they send you some data to analyze and present your results. So you have to do all of this in 2 days or 1 week. Everything is given to you. The data that you have to analyze, the case study, and also a date on which you have to submit the results. So you have to do it on yourself, and based on this, they will decide whether to take your first interview round or not. So that is how technical round can happen. Or it can also happen that you are directly sent for an interview with the technical lead, and that person will ask you different technical questions, or ask you to write codes, ask you to write some functions, or ask you that this is the code I wrote, can you correct it for me? Let's do a code review. Tell me how you do a code review. Or if you're a project manager, then they can ask you that, uh, if you're starting a new project, what is the first document that you'll be that you'll make? What is the first contact that you'll do? What will be the main points of this document? If the stakeholder has conflict with this, what point should you include in this contract or project charter that will help make sure that we avoid conflicts in future? These kind of questions are also somewhat technical or more practical for the product or project manager positions. So it can be anywhere in whole interview, but it's not as difficult as Indian interviews that I've heard. I have people telling me that they appeared for 8 rounds and 6 rounds, and out of that 5 were technical. So here that kind of thing is very less. It may happen in US based companies. So if you go for a developer interview in Google, of course they will take 8 rounds. If you go for developer interview in NVIDIA, it's a US company, highly technical and innovative, they will take those kind of rounds, but other companies, not that much. Tips to crack behavioral round. This thing is ignored by Indians a lot. I've seen that. They feel that behavioral, okay, ho jayega, but technical round, that is the most important round. I should focus on that. I would say both have same weightage. Don't ignore technical or behavioral. Both have the same weightage, and you have to approach both of them with same enthusiasm and same motivation. So for cracking behavioral round, what is important is you should read the job description to understand what skills do they want. Like we saw agile mindset and proactive collaboration in one job description screenshot that I showed you previously. So you should be ready, you should be prepared for the questions in these aspects, that when do you think you have agile mindset or agile approach? Can you give me an example where you showed that? This can be one behavioral question that I can deduce after looking at the job interview. So this is how you should analyze job description to understand what kind of behavioral questions can be asked. Or if it's a highly customer facing role, then communication skills is something which they can test. They can ask you, do you feel communication is important? Tell us one incident where it helped you get some advantage in your project or get ahead faster in your project, or how you implement it in your current project. Can you give an example? Such questions can be easily created by looking at job description. Then be confident in your answers. Don't lie about knowing something that you have not done before. It's very easy for someone with experience to understand that. Don't relate skills that, try to relate skills that you are talking about to the job. So whenever you're giving an answer, make sure you have read the job description and use those words. So using agile, if agile is mentioned in the job description, using communication, if that is mentioned, using that, writing one line in your model answer to show that, yes, the common skills that you're looking for, I have that, I have used those, and here is an example when I did that. Then make a list of answers or pointers that you will talk about for the behavioral questions. For this, I have made a list of 59 questions with model answers. So you can use that and prepare answers for yourself. Or I also showed you on LinkedIn, there is interview prep where you can read the answers there and make a good story about yourself. Tell stories everybody likes to hear stories. Everybody likes to get engaged in stories. And that's why it's important to tell what you say in the form of a story. Tell them that there was a time back in last summer when I faced this problem. This stakeholder was not ready to talk to me, but they raised so many issues that I was not able to move forward with the release. So that is when I came up with a solution. I set up this meeting, I sent so many emails, or I got the team together and we worked on the problems of stakeholders, for example. This is how you can develop a story and tell them what you did, why you did what you did, and how you were facing problems. So always tell a story. Make it like a good reference that the person hearing can imagine immediately. When you say last summer I faced, so that person's gone in summer, okay, last summer this happened, it was a nice summery time, but you were facing problems in your job life. So something like this, which is relatable for anybody to imagine, we should say. And prepare well in advance. This you can do anytime. You know, you have all the resources, you have all the questions, you have all the answers, you know where to look for, what to look for. You can prepare well in advance for sure. I know after this course. What to avoid or be careful. Don't be too negative about your previous employer or your previous team or any co-worker. Don't be too vague or general. Use proper keywords while giving answers to show your skills. Shows that you are an expert in the field and you know what concept to use in what problem situations. And don't be too self-centered. Uh, be like, talk that you can work independently, but also show that you have the skills to work in a team also. Don't be too self-centered saying that I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this, that's all. That's not how you should talk. Don't exaggerate or lie, of course, and don't disclose any confidential data about your previous experience. Sometimes we talk so much and we are engrossed and we give out some confidential data or security references, especially in IT contexts. So make sure you avoid that. And don't give one word answer. Always try to make a nice sentence or a story out of what you want to say. If someone asks you a question, it's not necessary to immediately start answering in the next second. You can tell them, please give me a minute to think over this. You can take a minute, they will give you a minute, and you can form a story, you can form a structure. Keep a pen and pencil while interviewing and write 4 points immediately with your pencil on the paper and make a story. So in 1 minute, you can always do that. So use your time, take your time. Don't be in a hurry to immediately start answering after the interviewer finished asking the questions. And always be polite and professional and collaborative with the person. Show confident body language and tone of voice. Don't look here. If camera is here, don't look here and there or up and down all the time. Try to make eye contact with the person that you are talking to. Be still. Don't be too much shaky with it. Have a good setup. Check your internet connection. Make sure that all these is right. Interview preparation tools. LinkedIn Jobs, we already discussed where you can get the tools. Here they are. Google interview preparation tools. This is very good for any kind of roles, not just technical. You can find your role very easily. There are lots of interviews there. Then you can prepare for almost every position on this Career Guru 99 website. I saw that there are almost all professions, tech, non-tech, everything. Chat GPT, by using commands like this, like I already told you, it's already there in the template of Chat GPT, where ChatGPT can help you develop a good answer. Visa types and processes. This is very important. We are coming to the end of webinar now. Job seeker visa. So many people many of you have seen these reels. Move to Germany without job offer, move to Sweden without job offer, and the answer is job seeker visa. So what is this visa and who should get it? Job seeker visa is definitely good if you want to move to a country without job offer, but it's not permanent move. It's a temporary move until the validity of that visa can be 3 months, and most of the times it is 6 months. or sometimes 1 year now that there is so much labor shortage in these countries. But what are the advantages of this? You have increased preference for jobs. You can test the job market yourself if you're getting interviews. You can test the life in that country. How's everyday life? How expensive are things? If you get in-person interview calls, that's also good to make a connect. Then you can attend job fairs to understand what kind of demands are there and connect with interviewers or head of the different departments and build connections with locals also. These are the pros. But the things that you should understand with job seeker visa is that you have to leave your current job to come here to Europe, because you cannot work with this visa. You'll have to leave your job. You'll have to have enough finances. So for 6 months, you'll have to spend at least 8,600 euros for Germany, including everything, your shopping, your living expenses, eating out, flight tickets, everything includes this. Then there's no guarantee of job even if you move here. So what would be a good approach? That are you getting calls when you are in India? Are you getting interview calls, and are they getting rejected only because of the reason that you were not in Europe? Then it makes sense that, okay, I am getting interview calls, I can move. There is at least some sort of guarantee that I'll interview for some job. You cannot work on this, so you have to finance yourself properly. You'll have to gather funds for this. You'll have to take care that when you're here, your spouse can live in your home country with the kind of savings that you have, or they have a job. If they don't have a job and you have a child, then how will you manage expenses for the next 6 months? All this you have to take care of. And you can't get your family with this job. You have to come alone. Once you get a job, you can go to the foreigners office and you can convert it to blue card or whatever job you have got to work permit, and then you can apply for family reunion visa for your family, and then they can come. I've made a detailed video on YouTube for this topic, talking to my friend who is 40 plus years and did it at the age of 40. So make sure you watch that video also. There's a very detailed interview on this point. So this is everything about job seeker visa. Make sure you know the finances, and you make sure you know the repercussions of coming. I get messages from people where they applied for job seeker visa. So they said that I have visa, but I didn't get job. And I said that, how did you get work visa, first of all, without a job? So she said that I applied for job seeker visa, but I didn't get job. So I said, job seeker visa is not something that you apply for it and you'll get a job. It is something that gives you a chance to come to your favorite country and test the job market yourself. You having a visa does not guarantee a job. You cannot even work on that visa. You have to apply for a work permit separately. So this is very important to understand. She said that, no, my agent told me that it's a work visa and I will get job if I have this. And I said, no, it's not how it works. You need to really understand the process and requirements and what visa you're applying for. And that person's 2 lakh rupees went for waste because that person didn't understand what this is or what they are getting into. So make sure you avoid such scams, please. Visa process. So if you're someone inside EU and you don't have visa sponsorship, then this is how it will go. You have your final job offer in hand. You have to ask for an extra form which says Arbeitgeberbestätigung, means employer confirmation that they have hired you for this position at this salary at this location. You take all these documents and your house contract, photos, passports, and many other documents that you have here, and go to the foreigners office and apply for a work permit directly. Prepare your finances for this. It's not very expensive. Like blue card cost generally 110 euros or something. I paid that much to get a blue card. And processing time is 4 to 6 weeks. So make sure that your employer is ready to wait. If they are not ready to wait, then there is something called as Fiktionsbescheinigung. So fictional confirmation that you can stay here. It's a fictional card, and you can use that to extend your stay here until your main visa comes. And in the meantime, find accommodation in the city where you got the job and connect with others in that city or company through WhatsApp groups or through Facebook or through LinkedIn. Next is if you're outside EU, what should you do? So you have final job offer in hand, ask for a ZAV letter. This is a confirmation from the central committee or labor union, for example, that they have hired you. And you need just do these two things to prepare your documentation and apply for a job. Next, you have to also check that your degree is recognized. Where you can check that, it is there is ANABIN database where you can go and check if your degree is valid. You can do it right now. I'll put the link in chat. Okay, I've put the link in chat. It is called anabin.kmk.org. Here you can go and check if your degree, that is your university or college, is valid. And if your college appears here, that means your degree is recognized in Germany. If your university doesn't appear here for any reason, then there is a process where you can pay 200 euros and get the degree recognized. Oh, it went only to Shravan. I'm sorry. Yes, now it should be visible to everyone. And that's all. So when you're outside EU, you will get this employment visa. When you come to Europe, you have to go to your foreigner's office and you have to convert this to a resident permit, or if you have higher salary or you're from high demand skills STEM profession, then you can get a blue card directly. What visa you have to apply? It is called German National Visa for Employment. This is the document checklist for it. Like I said, nothing dramatic. You just need your passport, application form, copy of passport data page, annexure for employment visa. This you get on the site itself. Employment contract with a company in Germany. This is for Germany. For other countries, you have to check. Deputation order, if it is deputation but you're not for deputation means on-site opportunity. So your company in India is asking you to go to your European subsidiary, to go to your office in Finland for 1 week, then you need a deputation order. Personal covering letter, normal cover letter, proof of qualification, so your degree, CV, see 1 page only. Even visa requires 1 page CV. So don't use more than that for your job application also. Approval from Federal Employment Agency. This is the ZEV letter that I spoke about. This you can tell your HR that I need this. Can you please give it? 3 passport pictures and demand draft. That's all. And health insurance you can anyway get online. Just this much you need to apply for this work visa. Main thing is you need employment contract with a company in Germany. So without job offer, you cannot get this German national visa for employment. How to look for this checklist? Just Google checklist for German national visa employment and you'll get it on the official website india.diplo.de. That's all. Cost of moving to Europe. Now people would want to move to Europe for with job seeker visa, for example, or if they have to sponsor themselves and company is not ready to sponsor, then what can it go to? So first of all, visa cost. I have written the cost in euros and Indian currency because most of the people attending this webinar are from India. So your national visa, degree recognition cost, if not recognized, this is optional cost. Travel insurance, again 50 euros. Flight tickets, cost of travel to airport, extra luggage if you have to ship your anything, if you have too many things at home and you want to ship them, then extra luggage, buffer cash, because once you come here you realize Germany is not a digital country, they still work on cash and you need some cash constantly in your pocket to get through the day. Or forex card where you can remove the cash from any ATM once you have this in India. Apartment rent, apartment deposit, cost of travel from airport to your apartment, hotel charges if you don't get an apartment, so this is also optional charges. SIM card is very cheap here, just 10 euros. 1 month grocery cash you should keep with you, and rent of the second month should also be ready with you. So this is an extensive list. Of course, it can be less or more depending on which city you're moving to, how expensive in your apartment, how expensive are your flight tickets. But this is general cost that you will have. And the euro rate that time was 86, and it keeps fluctuating. So depending on that also, it can change how much you have to need. Then blocked amount for job seeker visa. So this is without the blocked amount. If you're moving on a job seeker visa, then you have to block 5604 euros. That is 6 months of money to show that you can afford living in Germany for 6 months, because that money is blocked already. When you block it, you get it every month paid by the company with whom you blocked it. So I would recommend Expatrio. I'll send the link for it. With that company, if you block it, then they will send you the money every month once you're here. That's how it generally works with block account. That money is not going to government. It's your money. You get it once you land in Germany. It's only for the visa purposes. Cost of living in Germany. These are the major costs that you'll come. This can be less or more depending on your lifestyle. Major chunk goes in rent, because nowadays finding one room apartment, especially in major cities, it's not cheap. Everything has gone up. Heating cost have gone up, electricity cost has gone up, as you know from the war. Gas prices have gone up. So rent, heating, electricity, all this will easily take up minimum 1,000 euros of your currency, or of your money, of your salary, if you move here alone. Minimum 1,000 euros. Then transport. So nowadays the German ticket, Deutschland ticket has come, where you can travel around Germany using public transport in just 50 euros. So if that is there, you save a lot of your travel cost. For my small city, my city is so small, there are just 1 lakh people living here. I think 100,000. Yes, there are just 1 lakh people living here. And for this city only, the travel card costs 150 euros for me if I want to travel in this city using public transport. That expensive it is. So this Deutschland card is really a relief, where you can save at least 100 euros every month and travel all over Germany. Grocery, this number was 200 euros last year, but unfortunately the prices have gone so up that now it is 300 to 400 euros. I was buying milk last year for 70 cents, and now the milk price is €1 20 cents around, so double the normal price. So that's how the cost of living is increasing here. That's why I said that make sure your salary is really matching your needs or living cost in Germany before accepting the offer. And leisure, 100 euros for gym, for travel, or eating out, for example. This is what it can amount to, 1,400 to 2,200. Now, major part of this depends on how much you spend on leisure, and do you have a car, and how much is your rent. So all that is low. This can be less, but if you come with your partner or spouse, then it can again get more. So 2,200 is also okay for two people many times. Salary in hand. How to calculate this? You can Google Brutto Netto Rechner. Brutto means gross salary, netto means salary after tax. So this is Brutto Netto Rechner, which you can go and Google, and you will get a link, and there you can check for the salary that you have got, how many taxes you will pay, what will be the total social deductions, that is your unemployment insurance, your pension insurance, and many other benefits, care insurance, and all that you pay. That, and after all these things are deducted, what comes in the hand. So I'll show you live. This is the Brutto Netto Rechner website. Here I will add, let's take a salary of 60,000, for example, and after 60,000, you get 5,000 in hand per month divided by 12. So Geldwert, Vorteile, there is nothing. Abrechnungsjahr means year 2023. If you have Google Translate, I think you can translate this page. Yes. So your gross income, accounting year, annual tax allowance, nothing. Tax class, if you are single, unmarried, then it is always one. You go to church, no. Your state, you can choose the state where you got the job, and your age. Let's take it older, 30 years. Do you have children? No. Or if you have, you can select. Health insurance, legally insured means government health insurance. And this is okay, this is this much only. This is based on the state that you are in. And pension, unemployment insurance, again, where you are legally insured. These are all the social deductions that I told you about. Just click calculate and you will get everything what will come in hand. So if salary is 5,000, that is 60,000 euros per year, then you get in hand 3,100 for a single person, and in a year you can earn 37,292. This is how it works. So you can always go here, and this is free. You can find out how much will you get in hand and if that money is enough. So for the expenses of a single person, if we consider 1,500 euros and deduct that from 3,000, you still have 1,600 euros remaining in hand. And that's a good amount of saving, I would say. 1,600 euros, not bad saving after all, after your cost of living deductions are done. So that is how you can calculate your in-hand salary and check if that is for you. Tax brackets, these are the different tax brackets on which it is based. So 60,000 euros means somewhere around 40% tax, which includes everything, your health insurance and all the pension insurance and all. If you earn more than 62,000 euros, this is the case for most people coming from India, especially from IT tech jobs, because IT and tech jobs pay much higher than this, especially if you have 5 years experience. Like I said, 70,000 is something that you should expect. In any case, even finance, even logistics, manufacturing, any case, you should expect at least 65,000 euros for 5 years of experience from India. And highest tax bracket is 45%, which is 277. I think only CEOs can get this salary. Normal employees getting this salary is rare, super duper rare. It's not possible. US, you can have that, but here, no. I've not seen that. You'll have to have a lot of experience or something very secretive or super high skill job that you have to do to get that amount. And for students, students generally earn in this bracket when they do student jobs, so they have no tax or minimum tax somewhere here. Oh, there is also tax class description. So like I said, if you're single, you will be in this tax class 1. That's how you can select the tax class. These are the different things that are available. So second means you are single parents. If tax class 3 means recently married or widowed and have large income. So your income is higher than your partner. Then number 4, married and both spouses have similar income. And number 5, when married, significantly smaller income. So you are earning much less than your partner, then you will be 5. And workers with multiple employment. So someone like me, I am having full-time job and I'm also doing content creation, YouTube, etc. So then tax class 6 is which appears, and this is the highest tax class. And so forget about savings in this. Example, look at this. If you have 15,000, you still pay 22% of your tax. So in hand is 14,000. And like that, you can check for different salaries. What are the different salaries and what is the tax that will get cut, and what is the in-hand salary you can expect. So the more you earn, the more you are giving out in tax to the government. So make sure you check this when you get the job offer and analyze for your cost of living. Now moving to the last part, German residence permit. This is how it looks like. It is a card. Once you come here with your visa, you have to apply for this. Yeah, and this is Zusatzblatt, or this is the work permit. So on this paper, it is written for which employer you are working, how is the employment, contract employment, permanent employment, etc. Everything is written on this. So this is basically the residence permit card that you get to show that you are working in Europe, how much it is valid. And this is your work permit thing, which shows for which company you're working, how long you're working, and how much it is valid. So you have to carry this together. This is the German residence permit or work permit, which most people call it. Then EU Blue Card. So after residence permit, even students get residence permit when they come here. But who gets the blue cards? People from STEM or IT background, like engineering, technology, mathematics. To qualify for this, you should have a job in Germany, which allows you to practice these skills in the job. So if you study in mathematics and you get a job of statistics professor, statistical analytics, data analyst, then it means that you are using the skills that you gained in your degree. Job must be in the same field as the education qualifications. They should earn minimum of 58,400 euros annually. Now this value changes yearly, so you have to check in which year we are and how much is the value for this year. You should also have high level of German proficiency when you're applying for this. So that's why I'm saying have German certificate, it will help you. So people who did a master's degree here, I think this does not apply for them so much. Or I studied German during my master's, so it didn't apply to me so much. Note, if you don't have the salary, what to do? So if you're in India, you got a salary of 56,000, you're a chef cook, for example, in a hotel, you got a salary of 45,000. Then what do? Then you get a work permit. You can't get a blue card because you don't qualify for this. So you will get a work permit, a residence permit with the Zusatzblatt that I showed you. And once your salary increases, you can always convert it. Or if it doesn't increase, then after some years of living here, you can get PR. The validity is 4 years of EU Blue Card and cost of application is max 130 euros, not more than that. Pathway to PR through Blue Card. So the salary that I showed, it is not after tax, it is before tax, of course. After tax, then you'll have to earn too much money. Then very less people will get EU Blue Card. So pathway to PR through EU Blue Card. If you are a Blue Card holder, then it's very easy to apply for PR. Then you can get PR after 33 months of employment and basic German knowledge like A1 and doing a citizenship test, or after 21 months of the employment and you have language skills like B1. So I had B1 at that time and I got it very easily in 21 months, the PR. And you have done contributions to the pension insurance. So you should do at least 60 months for those who are moving from work permit. Like I said, if your salary is less than 58,000, you don't have blue card, then you should have at least 60 months of compulsory contributions to these pension insurances and statutory benefits that you get. And you should do a citizenship test. That's easy to pass, not that difficult. There are just 33 questions and you have to prepare for 300 questions. And if you study for a month max, you get it. You should have adequate living space and you should be able to finance yourself. So you should have job and health insurance coverage. Then you can get PR easily. And also there are special schemes. So you can't get work permit without job, but nowadays the labor shortage or the problem of acquiring good, talented, high-skilled workers is getting so much that countries are issuing these kind of special schemes where people can get that and come to Europe to work and support the social system. So one of them is this UK Young Professional Schemes. It's young professional because you have to be in the ages of 18 to 30. They want more young population who can stay in the working model for long and generate pension for this older population. And you can only get to come to UK for 2 years. So even if you're 30 and you get it, you can stay in UK until your age of 32 years. And after 2 years, you have to move back. If you don't want to move back, if you like it there, you can simultaneously keep applying for job offers all over Europe. And once you get the job offer, simply apply for work permit for that country and move to that country after your term of 2 years is done in UK. Experience and job offer is not necessary for this scheme. So you have to come there and you have to search for job yourself. Then Germany Green Card or Chanzenkarte. So this is a point-based system like Canada, where you will get points depending on different qualifications, like your age should be less than 35 years, you should have good German language skills, you should have professional skills, you should have a good education level like bachelor's or master's degree or PhD, and you should have work experience. So the better you have all these skills, the higher are your chances to get this Chanzenkarte. But I read in the news that it's not coming anyway earlier before December 2023. So there's a long time until this thing comes out. So you can apply for jobs until that and see how it goes. Also, this UK card, there was one ballot in Feb or March, and now the next ballot for remaining 300 to 700 people, I don't know exact number, but for the remaining people is coming up in July. So make sure you're prepared for that, prepare for the application and keep an eye on when the ballot link appears. And Ireland. Ireland was one country where you needed sponsorship from the companies like UK, like I mentioned earlier. But now there is new permit, which says that if your occupation is in the critical skill set, then you can move without visa sponsorship. You can self-sponsor your visa and move to Ireland. Plus, there are English jobs in Ireland, so this is much more better for someone who doesn't like to learn language to move abroad. And that's all. We are at the end of the session. I have told everything that you would need to move to Europe. You can find me on all these channels, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, or you can just schedule a call whenever you want for any personal queries or your profile evaluation, LinkedIn profile evaluation, for anything. You can always book a call here and we can talk immediately. Now is the time where you can ask your queries and let's discuss what you want to know.
Yeah, thanks, Priyanka, for the wonderful session. So my question is, so among the European countries, which one would you say is the best one for a person who is pursuing his career in IT? So I have some 10 plus years of experience as a software developer. So which country would you suggest?
I think all, because like I've mentioned multiple times in the webinar, in IT, there are so many jobs available all over Europe and you can move anywhere you want. You have to check that which suits you according to the weather, the social system, the taxes that they have, the kind of benefits that government gives. You have to choose for yourself. Also, the language part. So for getting German PR, it is mandatory to know German language or to show German certification. So are you ready to do that? Make sure you're taking all this into consideration. And one more point, nowadays the competition is getting so high that I would suggest you apply to as many countries as you can. Once you're in Europe, you can apply to other countries. You get to know that this country is much better than Germany. So you come to Germany on, you get a job in Germany, you move here, and then you realize, no, Netherlands is better because everything is English there. Let me move there. So you can apply for a job and you can move there much faster than you can move from India. So there is always a way. Just you have to test sometimes what works for you. But for apply for IT, apply everywhere, I would suggest. Before this Q&A, just want to ask everyone, how was this session for you? Was it helpful? Did you get the answers to the question that you had? Just one word or one line of how it felt? You can unmute together. Useful, informative. Das ist schön. Oh, you're learning German. Great. Amazing. Practical information. Good session. Helpful. Thank you. Thank you.
Priyanka, I have a few questions. Can I go ahead?
Mhm. Yeah.
So the session was really good. I believe if the time was little like 3 or 4 hours was like too much to accommodate, but if it would have been little smaller, maybe it would have been more better, according to me. Okay, but the session was
Mhm.
really wonderful. I got a lot of information,
Thank you.
so I
Thank
like
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always a trade-off between how much information to give, how much
Correct.
to accommodate. So
I,
there is so much to tell and there's so
yeah.
much to show practically. So that's why this is also available in recorded session. If you cannot stay or you have to go somewhere else, you can come back and refer it again.
Yep.
No problem.
So I had few questions like on coming on the work permit, how long does that stay for? Like what is the tenure for it? I didn't get that part. And is dependent allowed if I come on a work permit out there?
Yes, once you get a job and you get a blue card, I think, then you can easily get your dependent with you. You just have to apply for family reunion visa.
And they work on it?
Yes, dependents can work. It's not like America where they cannot work. Dependents can definitely start working from day one when they get a job.
Okay. And coming on to that parental leave that you were talking about, right? The maternity, parental, all those things. So I didn't get that point correctly. You said 14 weeks in the slide. So 14 week comes to 4 months. So is it like maternal and paternal both?
No, 14 weeks is just the, now there are two parts to it. One is the Mutterschutz, which is maternity leave, and the other part is complete pregnancy leave, parental leave that you take.
And that
So
would
in the maternity leave, there is 4 months of compulsory leave for the mother. And then I think for father, you can choose how much you want. You can take 1 year, up to 1 year of the leave that is available to you, that is also paid 1.4 years, and you and your husband can decide how much you want to take. So if your husband wants to take first month, or you and your husband want to take first month together, you can take that, or first 2 months together, you can do that. Or after 5 months, you say after 5 months let's go to India for a month, then you can take again 1 month together. Or towards the ending, after 1 year, you say let's go to another country for 3 months and relax, so you can take 3 months there. So you can decide. It depends on company to company and your personal situation, family situation
Oh,
that time.
okay. And how about the working environment out there in an IT sector? Like, are the people accepting in nature, or they are too much to the point and just into their work? Does it like differ country to country, or overall Europe has the same behavior?
Overall, Europe has similar work culture. Like it's not very cutthroat competition. They don't expect you to be available 24/7 and answer emails or messages immediately. Like you can take your time. You are expected to do the work independently and be proactive in your job. Talk in meetings, take initiative in the meetings or in the work that comes, and not wait for someone to tell you, you do this. Nobody does that here. You have to take the work up on yourself and be proactive.
Oh, so it's like an individual player, but along with
Yeah.
that, having a good
Along with
attitude
team.
towards the work.
Yeah, even you have to be really open. If you don't understand something, you have to talk immediately that I don't understand this. Can someone help me? Someone expert here, and they will help you. Nobody will say that I'm not helping you. Why are you asking us? And we hired you for do this, etc. Always ask what is your problem clearly.
Okay, just last question. I'll be over then. What about the networking? Like in IT, we are into development working section, like server management, all of these. There
Mhm.
are
Mhm.
opportunities on that side.
Yes, there are many. On server side, like I think there are many. I'm also working in the server department only. So we manage servers, databases and all. So there are many opportunities here also now that Germany or Europe is moving towards digitalization and more towards cloud. Opportunities for these sectors or people who have knowledge in these sectors are preferred tremendously.
Okay, this helps. Thank you for such a wonderful session. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, Priyanka.
Hi.
Kate here. Thanks for the wonderful session. Would you like to elaborate a bit about remote opportunities? I mean, how does it work? Would you like to?
How does it work? Okay, you just have to apply on websites where remote jobs are available, and once you get that, they will send you a contract, what is expected of you, and you have to talk to them about what kind of tax deductions will be there and how it will be applicable to you because you work in India and the job is in a different country.
Different country.
So that is one thing that you have to clear with company, what will be the deductions and how it will go ahead. Otherwise, it's like remote job. You just stay in the country that you are, you get some freelance work and you do it, submit it online.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hi, Priyanka.
Hi, Saiteja.
Yeah, I just have one doubt. How about the work culture out there? I mean, do we get a friendly colleagues or did you
Yes.
find some kind of racial discrimination?
I didn't find any racial discrimination until now. Colleagues are very friendly, they are open, but you should take initiative. That is one thing. Making friends is not something very common at workplace here. They try to maintain their own personal space, but colleagues are very helpful. They are open, they are very talkative and very collaborative environment, very transparent, I would say. Nobody is restricting you for something. Just be open with it. I think there's no toxic political environment as much as I have seen.
Got it. So
And whether you are in any odd job or whether you are a manager at a company, you are given the same respect. Nobody treats you badly because you are an odd job. You are respected for what you do, for the job you do.
thanks. Regarding insurance, I just have one more doubt. We have seen some three options like that when you show legally insured and something else. Any difference between them on what would you suggest?
Which one? This here, Rentenversicherung. Oh, you mean the health insurance, legally insured and private insured.
Yeah.
When you move for the first time, I think it's better to take legally insured, that is the gesetzlich government health insurance. But as time moves on, it depends on your family situation, your earning, whether you can move to private health insurance, because private health insurance minimum salary should be 66,600 or something in that range. So you have to earn that much salary, only then you are eligible for private insurance. And in the legally insured one, your family, so your wife and kids are covered under the payments that you pay. But in private insurance, the wife should have separate insurance, kids should have separate insurance. So all these things you have to keep in mind when choosing the right insurance. At first, it is always better that you choose a legally insured one, gesetzlich Krankenkasse, which it is known as.
Got it. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah, hi Priyanka. Thank you for the wonderful session. So I have one question. When we talk to the recruiter, so they generally ask us like, how much time would you take to join? Considering in India we have the notice period, like I have 3 months notice period, and then it might take for visa to apply also. Like, do you have any suggestions from your experience, since you are already working in the country? What would be the best way to like reply to that? Like, since we have 3 months, sometimes like the recruiter is not ready to accept 3 months, or we are not sure when the visa will be ready also. So how do we what is the best way to respond to such situations?
Visa timeline, generally speaking, is anything between 1 month to 3 months with normal people that I have seen. So what you can do is you can apply for visa parallelly, and until then, even your notice period will get over and you'll be ready to work once the visa is active. from the next month. So that is what you can do. Or if the recruiter is not ready to wait, then you can explain to them in different situations that the fastest you can move is this time. So this is the month that I can start my job. Or if I leave my job immediately, then I can have some financial problems, or I'll have to pay this much money to the company. Always try to talk your situation very clearly with the person. The recruiter is also a person, and they will definitely understand your condition. But if they have a project which has to be filled up immediately, then you cannot help it. Either you leave the job and try to move as fast as you can, or you can just tell them, okay, this does not match. Or you can look for remote opportunity. You can ask them, can I work for first 2 months remote until my job or until my visa comes up? Is that one possibility that can be done?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Next one.
Hi, Priyanka. This is Shravan.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm working as an operational technology cybersecurity analyst with around 8 years of experience. With your experience, you can suggest any country and how much salary I can expect from this?
With 8 years, with 8 years, I think 75, 80 plus definitely is a good salary that you can consider. And country for IT, any country is good. Like I said before, you should just be ready to apply everywhere. IT ke liye, why are you thinking so much about country? For you, it's easy to move. So just,
Operational technology cybersecurity.
yeah, so you can find those kind of job everywhere. It's not like very country specific job that can be done only in Germany or only in Malta and cannot be done in other countries. IT is country independent job. So check where it is better for you and your family situation and the language part. Like I said, I'm repeating this many times. So check the country, the cost of living, the average salary is there. Can you afford to live in that country with that much salary? All that you have to make a good checklist. I think this question is coming quite common. So I'll make a nice checklist which you can fill up for the country of your choice, and you can make a decision for this. I'll make a checklist and upload in the upload section for this, where you can decide what to look for exactly in the country. But if you're in IT, just apply everywhere. You have good chance of getting a job. Like I said, competition is increasing so much that now the time to choose, I think it's becoming shorter and shorter. So just see that where you are getting good job with good salary. And if saving is your aim, then see which country has highest saving potential for your salary that you can get. With 8 years of experience in cybersecurity, you can get very good salary for sure, because security is something that is in high demand in IT sector, and you are also in a position to negotiate your salary and get it increased by maybe 5 to 10,000 euros by talking about your skills or certifications that you have, and that's much more advanced to your experience level right now. So always try to negotiate also and get better rate, but apply everywhere. I would say IT can apply everywhere.
Thank you.
And Western Europe has higher salaries. Scandinavia also has higher salaries compared to Eastern Europe. That is one difference.
Hi,
Any
Priyanka.
other questions? Hi,
Hi,
Sukumar.
Priyanka. This is Sukumar. Like, thank you for the wonderful session. Like, I have a total of 20 years of experience and working as a senior program manager. Okay. So I'd like to know whether I can take a risk of coming to Germany and finding a job on the job seeker visa, or finding a job from India. Is it worth taking
Okay.
risk? Just
Yeah, like I mentioned in job seeker visa section, are you getting opportunities right now sitting in India? Are there companies which are contacting you, or are you getting so many interview calls and only the reason for rejection is being visa sponsorship?
yeah, visa sponsorship is the rejection.
Okay, then that means that you are getting jobs, you have a good scope here, and you can take a risk of coming here and applying for jobs. Also, one thing, if you come to Germany, for example, with job seeker visa, not necessary that you apply only to Germany. You can try to apply everywhere in Europe, and you
Right.
can easily travel and get job opportunities there also. So if you have job seeker visa of Germany and you get an opportunity in Austria, then you can apply for the Austrian employment visa and move to Austria from Germany.
Right.
That is also one way. So if only sponsorship is coming in your way, then I think it's a good signal that you will have some chance of getting the job once you're in Europe.
Right.
Or
Thank you so much.
you can come for masters maybe.
Okay.
That is also one way, that if you come for masters, you can work, you can get full-time jobs at that time, and once you get a full-time job, you can see whether to continue the
Because you're
masters or
also
what
a
to do.
project manager, so you also know very well. Like seeing the profile itself, most of the points matches me, and I am also
Yeah.
PMP certified and Prince2 certified.
Oh, nice.
So like, yeah, but still, I'm getting rejection very closely, very close call.
Yeah, location is one thing, visa sponsorship is one thing, but apply more, I would say, and see if your CV, cover letter, everything is optimized enough, and apply more. Wait for 2-3 months and see what offers you're getting. Are you getting rejections only because of visa sponsorship again? And if that is only the reason, but offers are a lot, especially for PMP Prince2, there are tons and tons of offers. Everyone wants to hire a project manager who has PMP and Prince2 without looking at anything else.
Yeah.
So that is
Maybe
a
we can
good
connect offline.
sign.
Yeah, maybe we can connect offline.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hey, hi. It was very informative session. I really did not know that LinkedIn has so much of potential apart from your resume. So thank you, thank you so much for that. See, I'm a
Welcome.
mechanical engineer, and I'm into aerospace industry from past 12 years. I am a program manager too, but in a product-based industry, that is in aviation and aerospace.
Mhm.
I heard that IT specific skills you don't need. There are many English speaking jobs, but how about mechanical, mechatronics, and product based industry? Are there any opportunities which have opportunity in only English, not needed to have German proficiency?
Yeah, it totally depends on the company. I would say big companies like Airbus or Boeing and all, which are there in aerospace industry, or even ESA, they have some very specific rules. If you're in the certain departments, they only accept German nationals or EU nationals because the data is so secret. So there are many different criteria when this kind of industry is coming. So you should check for different companies, different job descriptions, and see how many percentage of them are asking for English. For project managers in non-IT domain, English speaking opportunities are less. It's not zero, but it's less, especially anything closely related to technology, because what these companies do is they have the headquarters here, but all the development is occurs outside of Germany, outside of Europe, in India, in Indonesia, anywhere it can occur, in Romania also. So there they have to speak in English with the developers. So there can be positions where you are a product manager and you have to talk to these people who are developing outside of Europe, and English is one important criteria for them. So you should look for such jobs where they are saying that English is needed. It's not like it's completely zero. It's not possible. There are so many startups also who work in this domain, and startups also work in English. So like I said in the start of the seminar, make a list of companies which apply to your job or which apply to your profile, and try to apply to them or check their job descriptions and see what kind of job they are asking German and what kind of job they are not asking German. So you will have a better perspective of where you should apply, which company you should target. Or
Yep.
you can change your field. For example, instead of going in core mechanical, you can work in product management in a mechanical based company in the IT sector, or in the technical management sector or technical development sector, where you can use your transferable skills and try to get a job. That is also one possibility.
Okay, thank you. One more follow-up question. What role does Europass site play here? I didn't hear you speaking about Europass site
Yeah.
wherein they have their own automated tool to create a CV which is compatible to European country or European Union country.
Yeah, Europass CV, if you go to create, especially people with 5+ years of experience, it's a very rare case that the CV is created within one page. So that's why I suggest using other tools. And I've also sent you a template where you can create your CV in one page.
Yeah.
Europass is better for those people who are students, who are applying for masters, who are freshers. It's better for those people. But someone who's experienced, better use another compact format where all your experience and skills can be fit into one page and information can be managed much better.
Okay, thank you. One more last one help what I got from you was you mentioned that there is no need to go to any consultant or an agent for pursuing this particular thing, and that was very important message that you put in, because I was trying to reach out to some of the agents who help moving people to Canada, US. I would not take names, but definitely they charge bomb.
Yeah.
And with this session, that was also very clear that there is no need for us to go to any agent or some third
Super.
party. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Welcome.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Vishal.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. My just one question was like I'm pursuing my master's degree in Germany. I'm from the mechanical background, and I'm currently in the last semester. And I just wanted to know about the job opportunities in the Europe. Like as I have completed all the projects which you for the requirements. So how is the job opportunity in Europe? Can I get more opportunities better than India, or
See, when you have come here for masters, you have definitely invested a lot of money. So
yes,
your
ma'am.
aim should be on the ROI, how much return on investment you get on this, how fast you can get on this. And if you're in Germany, if you're in Europe, why not use this opportunity and get international experience on your resume? It will be very helpful for you further in your career and to also get much better management roles when you have experience in different countries. So if you're here and you feel that no, Germany is not the place to be, you want to go to India, then see what kind of salaries you're getting. For a fresher who studied outside India, getting a good paying job in India is difficult, where freshers in India itself are not getting very good jobs. So just stay here for a year or two and try to get experience, try to get your ROI um, on the degree, on the money, on the time that you have spent, on the effort that you have taken, and see where it goes. Maybe after 2 years, you have a different perspective that Germany is not for me, but let me move to Austria, or let me move to Finland, or let me move to Hungary. It's much more happening, for example. So decide that way and see, like, if you feel India is better, then apply for jobs, then see what salary they offer you, or do they even consider you um, along with the other applicants or not. This is going to be a major challenge. So stay here, get the ROI, and then decide what to do. There are
yes,
so
ma'am.
many opportunities here. Just see that your skills are matching. And if your skills are not matching, read job descriptions and see what skills can you get in short amount of time. That will get you jobs much faster. That's what my brother did. He came here last year. He had no experience. He just did one internship for 1 month in India, that too online. And now he just applied for the skills. I told him what to do, and he did that, and he got a very good job in a very good company, a student job, which is paying very high. So that's what you should focus on, I feel.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I've developed some data science and or data analytics skills. So I just wanted to ask,
Use
like,
them.
yeah, ma'am.
Use them on your
Then,
resume.
okay, then I have to just focus on the job opportunities in Europe later than India.
Yeah. Use
Okay.
those skills on your resume and try to get a job in those fields.
Yeah.
Use projects. Try to show some projects that you did and what skills you developed in those projects.
Yeah, ma'am. My basic question was like I was not from a IT background. I was from a mechanical background. So if I switch my career, like if I get a
Many
question like,
people have faced this problem. There are my friends who came as mechanical engineers, but they had to shift to IT to get a job here. They wanted to stay here. So what they did is
okay,
they studied data science, they studied Python, they studied testing, and they
okay,
got jobs which are combination of mechanical plus technology. And now they are much happy with their careers because they are in cutting edge field.
mhm,
Someone with mechanical knowledge working in electromobility or testing or battery management system, knowing Python, they have so many futuristic job opportunities. So now they have much higher chances of getting super high paying jobs anywhere in the world because electromobility and these kind of sectors are booming a lot. Analytics in battery management system, etc. That is one very, very booming sector. So that is what you can focus on.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, shall I apply for the as a fresher or as an intern in companies? Like,
If you have less time and you have student visa, get an intern first and
okay,
parallelly start applying for main job. So once you get a main job, you can leave the internship.
yeah, like a full-time job.
Yeah,
Okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for clearing my doubt.
welcome.
Hi, Priyanka.
Hi, Saraswati. Bala Saraswati. Hi.
Yeah, I think someone else called, but I unmuted to ask the question. So if
Okay, yes.
wants to go ahead, he
Let
can
me-
go ahead. I'll come next.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Priyanka. I can see I'm applying for the jobs in the LinkedIn. So I could see the job description is in German and they mentioned the German language is mandatory. So can we still apply for it if we don't know German, or we can ignore as it is, it will get rejected?
It will anyway get rejected, I feel. Because if they mention that you have to be fluent in German, then you have
Yeah.
to be. You can't do anything. Like my job is completely in German. If I would speak English, they would not hire me. So that's
So,
how it works. And if they say that fluent in English, but German is a plus, then you should apply. Always try to convert these job descriptions. Sometimes it's possible that they say that English is must, but German would be plus. So convert and see what is the exact requirement.
okay, and I'm getting a generic responses like you are not suitable for the position only, and they are not mentioning any reason while rejecting it. So can we ask
Yeah,
for a
can be
reason?
possible somewhere else got the job, someone else was more qualified. Just
Yeah.
make sure your skills are right. And if your skills are not right, just upskill and add new skills. And if it is a person, if some hiring manager was mentioned, ask them why you
Okay.
rejected me, or can you give me a feedback about what went wrong?
Okay,
What
one
can I
more
improve?
thing, and I'm into system engineering with a cloud administrator. So my spouse is working in Germany from last 3 months. So can I come to Germany and apply there as a
Yes,
dependency?
yes, of course, of
So
course.
if
Dependent visa
she
is also like a work visa. Like you can work on that. It is tied to your spouse's job, but you can work on that. So just come with family reunion visa and start applying for jobs.
okay, if she don't have blue card also, we can come as dependency and work, right?
Mostly yes, but you'll have to check. You also have to check that if German A1 is required, sometimes that is a condition for some visas. So check that also.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Hey, Priyanka.
Hi.
So I just want to understand how is the scope for
Hi
the
Priyanka, Kishore this side.
Someone is already talking.
Yeah, hello, Kishore here.
Yeah.
Priyanka, any idea what is the scope for healthcare marketing, pharma marketing over there, in both offline and digital both?
It has good scope, I would say, marketing in general. But in Germany, you'll find that most of the jobs require German. So the timeline to find a job will extend. It will be 1 year or more than that. But make sure that your skills are updated, up to date about what they are asking, and focus on more countries which hire English speaking people like Sweden, like Finland, because there your chances of shortlisting are much higher. In Germany, you'll have very less jobs which take English marketing professionals, I would say, especially in healthcare domain, which is a German dominant industry.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Okay. Bala Saraswati. you were there.
I just want to understand how the job market is for the management side, like project managers or program managers.
How's the job market? Very good. There are so many project manager questions. So it's very good. Like if you have good project management skills, if you have good certifications to support the skills, if you have previous experience, plus if you have previous development experience, it's much, much higher. If you understand IT security, if you're in IT domain, I don't know which domain you are. If you're in the IT domain, project management, then if you understand IT security, IT architecture, server architecture, then this has really good scope. Even cloud related skills or digital transformation, if you have handled those kind of project further, it makes sense to write that things in your resume so that you get a job faster and you're able to really get the attention of the recruiter on that part, that you are skilled in something that they are looking for.
Okay, good to know. And where can we find the documents you shared?
In the same portal. So there is one portal where you'll find list of lectures, and in that, the last lecture, you'll see a zip file.
You mean in the website you have shared, priyankamani.graphy.com?
Yes, yes.
But there I couldn't find it. That's the reason I was like confused.
In the lectures. I'll check it again and I'll see.
Yeah, there was one section in the top right called dashboard. There is a link. So once you click that, you'll be taken to the page where you can see the courses, I believe. So from there, you can see the discussion section where you have all the chats and all those things.
Community, I can see here. I have 3 options: library, bookmarks, and community on the left.
Where did other people find it? Dashboard section, you mean?
Yeah, the one, the top right.
Can you see dashboard section?
Yeah, I can see dashboard.
Click on that.
Yeah.
And where to go next? Who was answering?
Yeah, I was trying to help her. So, so once you are in the dashboard, you can see the list of courses in the landing page in the active courses. So if you click that, you will be taken to another page in a separate tab where you can find the contents, one below the other.
I can see active courses. Under that, I can see only the course currently what we are attending.
Yeah, just click that. Yeah, just click that and you'll be taken to another window, another tab.
Yeah.
But that is not active. If I press introduction and top strategy and all, right?
In the end, you will see jobs in Europe bonus documents there.
Yes, there is a document as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Got it.
So here the same recording is also available in the same thing?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Any other questions?
Hello, Priyanka. This is Pooja.
Hi, Pooja.
Hi, Priyanka. I want to ask one question. I came Germany like 6 months ago, and right now I'm in SN. I have applied a job for biotechnology for the lab assistant, but till now I didn't get any response from the company. Like I have applied 20 to 30 jobs in a biotechnology, but till now, even though I have not get the rejection or not any reply. So what is the condition for the jobs in a biotechnology in Germany?
Condition as such, there is no condition, but your skills should match the jobs that you applied. So did you check the skill section? That is the main thing. And secondly, not all companies will send reject. Sometimes it just goes on hold. So you can contact the hiring manager, make a good Excel list of the jobs that you're applying to and with the name of the hiring manager, or add them to LinkedIn and add a note that this was the person that you should contact. and send an email to them that I had applied to this. I have added a template on how to follow up after interview or after applying for job. So use that template and contact the person and ask them where it went wrong or what happened. And don't depend so much. When I was a student, I applied to at least 60 job to get 2 interviews only. So after that, I never applied for any job. But the first job, it took at least 60 to 70 applications to get only 2 interviews or to get only 1 acceptance. So just apply as much as you can and make sure the skills are matching. Write cover letter. I did not apply without cover letter. I always added a cover letter where I mentioned my skills and how it is relevant to the job that I'm applying to.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Priyanka.
And if possible, contact the research head or director of that lab and try to write to that person with your cover letter. That should also help many times.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
Hey Priyanka, this is Amrita. I have a question. So I keep, I'm into Salesforce architect level of work. My question is, I do see that this positions jobs are available. However, consultant jobs are more than that of the architect. So do you think that, I mean, should I be flexible enough to be open to go in consultant level role, or it matters that, okay, whatever I am at the moment, I should be looking into those positions only?
No, you should be flexible. Like I said, when I was setting up for open to work, there was not one position. There were like 2-3 different positions that I mentioned, which lead to the same profile or same responsibilities or same skills in the end. So try to be open to more job descriptions. Even someone who asked about mechanical background, I said that if you can change using your transferable skills, that would be a good option for you to have more opportunities and get more from your job search than applying to one domain and getting rejections.
Okay, I have a second question as well. So I have applied for a position probably 2 weeks back where I got the call from the recruiter. However, the recruiter mentioned that it was a position for Luxembourg, and the recruiter mentioned that, European territory will go through recessions. So we are not looking to sponsor or even consider it for the European Union, even though the position was open for EU, mentioned to, fall back on India. They will open up subsequent positions in India and, go for that. So this is something that I've seen for the second time. I have another email which says the same thing from the recruiter. So is this a common trend now because of the recession hitting EU at the moment, or it's just one of instance and it's not that common?
It depends on company to company. If the company is booming, I don't think they will give such reason and they would want to recruit more people. But if the country is, the company is getting affected by recession, then that is one thing that they will have to do, cut on the jobs. Also, recession is coming. You cannot ignore that. Inflation is increasing. So they will face this a lot, and even the hiring process that will get slower. So make sure that you apply to more companies and not depend on just one company. Apply to bigger companies maybe where hire and fire is not that common. When you apply to smaller companies, they can fire faster because they don't have labor unions there. When you apply to bigger companies, there are labor unions, so they are very cautious while hiring you, and once you're hired, it's very difficult to fire you.
And so if we look at LinkedIn, there are companies with strength of 501 to 1,000, or sometimes, 5,000 and plus, 10,000 plus. Well, while 10,000 or 5,000 plus are more secure, is it risky to go for companies where the strength is, within 500? If they're, giving us the relocation support and everything else altogether, and the promises to, support through and through, and it will not fail. Because the process anyways takes 3 months, right? And anytime that the company goes through recession, they can always cut off, even though there are promises, they can always cut off. So
Yeah.
should I approach this in a way that, okay, to be safe and consistently apply, look for companies which are bigger in size, in strength, basically?
Yeah, it depends totally on you. Can apply for bigger companies, but with startup, there is always this thing that they can fire you anytime. Because like I said, they don't have labor unions. Bigger ones have labor unions and they have problems to fire you so quick as the startup does. My friend had gotten startup and was fired within 3 months of the job. But that person was from Europe, so didn't face much problem. That person had savings and also got unemployment insurance. So 6 months of salary with finding the next job. So all these features are there, but if you're new from India, I think that's a big risk that you're taking with yourself. Don't stop your job application process. Even if one company is there, keep applying and have backup option of if something doesn't work out, what will you do? Have your plan ABC ready with such risks.
Okay. And in your course, you actually went through a part where you showed that, okay, I do have a lot of certifications, and these certifications for certain, areas of work, they do expire, right? So even if it is mentioned that expired, does the European market looks for people with active certification, or having the certification at one point in time matters?
Sometimes it matters because international certifications are highly respected ones like PMP, Prince2. They are super highly respected because they are difficult to get. So you can always mention that you had this kind of certification at some point of time. But ultimately, your experience, what you have handled in past, and what are your skills right now, how you can help that company solve problems, that is more important. So before going to an interview, always make sure that you understand what problems they are facing. Talk to people there, try to ask them how what are you facing, or how can I come in, or what is the challenges that you're facing. And they won't tell it easily, of course. So you have to develop a good relationship, build trust, and then ask for these points and see how you can solve that, and talk about that point continuously in your interviews. So having certifications, it's not like a must, but having the right experience and being able to express that experience correctly to get the job, that is, I think, a good skill. And I've asked this to HR also, exactly the same question about certification that you asked me, and HR told the same thing, that if that person has experience, we don't look at certifications. We give more importance to previous experience.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Priyanka.
Welcome. Any other questions?
Hello, Priyanka. This is Arvind.
Hi, Arvind.
Yeah. And I just want to ask, like you told, like, yeah, some of your friends shifted from a mechanical background to IT and working currently in as some in battery analyst or something like that. It would be helpful if you can give their LinkedIn contacts or something, because I'm also looking in the similar field. I'm also from the mechanical background.
My husband did automotive engineering,
Okay.
automotive management or something, and then now he is data scientist. So
Yeah, I also had acquired those skills, so I'm also looking for in that sectors. So I just
yeah,
want to have
main thing is that you have the right skills. You have the right skills, apply for jobs and try to prove that. So what he did was he learned machine learning in 1 month at the time of his thesis, and he was doing machine learning in automotive domain. His thesis in automotive domain, he applied machine learning on that by self-learning it, and got the job of a data scientist in automotive domain that way. So getting the right skills, applying them, showcasing your project, and showcasing your skills of how you can solve the problem of the company. This is very, very important.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions?
Hello, myself Anvi. I
Hi,
hope I'm audible.
Yes.
I have my valid visa, job seeker visa. I have received last month only. I have completed my B1 as well. I'm searching for a job. I'm a SAP consultant. I'm searching for a job in Zinc and LinkedIn. But my question is, I'm not getting that perfect match job for me. I'm still searching, but which is the best city to live in Germany for IT people?
There's no best city. There's always best job, the job that pays you high. There's no best city. Like almost all cities are good. Almost all cities, especially metro cities, have similar cost of living that you'll get, and smaller cities, similar cost of living that you get. So it's not about best city, but the job, which one is paying you higher,
High
which
paying
one
job. Actually. I wanted to ask high paying jobs for the best city.
anywhere. Most of the companies are located in a village. They are not even located in cities, the bigger companies. If you look at SAP, it's located in such a small village. I don't think the village population is even 1 lakh there.
Waldorf.
Even
Yeah, Waldorf.
Waldorf, exactly. So you should not look at best cities. That's very wrong approach. You should always look at best job, job that matches your profile, and job that pays you higher, company which has good recall value. That is more important than the city. Anybody can live anywhere. If you're living in a big city and getting 60,000 euros, but if you get a job in a village and you are getting 90,000 euros, which is the best city? Of course, the village, right? So always think on ROI and the things and the benefits that you're getting rather than focusing on best city. There's nothing like that. This is a socialist economy, and you get pretty much good facilities in a city as well as a village. Villages here are so beautiful and developed. You'll be really shocked to see the villages that are there in Germany. They look so good, and they have almost all facilities of a good city. So focus on the salary aspect when
Yes,
comparing
yes.
jobs
Yeah,
first.
because we living in metropolitan cities and also such a differentiation is not there.
Mhm.
Hi, Priyanka.
Hi, Abhishek.
So, do you provide any consultations regarding applying jobs abroad, like CV review or something?
Yes, everything. I provide it on TopMate. I'll add the link in chat. It's also on my Instagram and YouTube. They are one-to-one consultation, and I will go and review everything line by line for your profile.
Okay.
I'll add the link. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Priyanka.
Okay.
Hi, Priyanka.
Next
So I have,
question. Hi.
yeah, it's not the question about the course we covered. It's something related to the payment in the Graphy website.
Yeah,
So,
I read your email. I have forwarded to the team. I will let
okay.
you know once we have an update.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Just want to confirm whether you received it or not. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, yes.
Hi, Priyanka.
Hi.
Hi. First of all, thank you for this insightful session and the tips that you have given throughout. Being there patiently, telling everything, each and every part, line by line, really appreciate it.
Welcome. My pleasure. I really wanted to include everything because going through it fast and not telling everything, it's not justified for your effort, your time, your payment that you're doing. So I thought let me go through it, and if you don't have time, you can always come back and look at the recorded session.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So my question is, for marketing field, which countries in Europe would be a better match? I am currently doing my A1 level German course. I have 6+ years of experience in marketing, brand communication. My age is 35. So would age also play a role in it? Or people in Germany specifically, they look at German education and then they look for a job, like doing
Okay.
masters there.
Masters generally gives you a good boost to come here because they know that you understand German culture, you have studied here, you have good knowledge of what you are doing. But it's not a must. That's why people from India move so frequently to European countries. I would say for marketing, language is very important. Whichever country you go, there will be some point where you will have the language barrier. So focus on international companies which have work with different countries. So English would be your main language of work. Focus on countries like Finland, Sweden, Netherlands, where the work language is anyway English, or you can also look for English jobs in other countries. Like apply to as many countries as possible. You never know where it works out. And like I said before, it's always possible to move countries once you feel that it's not working out or this is not what you expected.
Right. But marketing as a field, do they give prominence to EU citizens rather than outsiders?
No, it's nothing like that. I think if you have the right skills, especially with digital context, I think you will find a good job. Just see that how much your profile matches the job description. Like I said, 70 to 80% at least should match. You should have the skills, the softwares that they are asking for. Do you know all of that?
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Okay, welcome. Any other questions?
Hello, hi Priyanka. This is Rahul.
Hi, Rahul.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, sorry for the noise behind. And I have applied for the JSV in Germany. And I've applied in Feb. And I've got a mail that I've been added to the waiting list, but I'm still waiting for the appointment. And I've done my A2 level in German, and I'm right now I'm doing B1 level.
Okay.
So what should I do now?
Job seeker visa getting appointments is very tough. I know many people who are waiting, so it's very, very tough. It takes time. Just contact the embassy, continuously keep following up regarding your application and asking them when you can get. Keep checking the portal because when I was applying for not job seeker visa but for travel visa for my parents, I got an appointment 3 months back, 3 months after today's date. So I was like, why it's so late? I want immediately. So I kept checking the portal again and again for 5 days every night. And one night I saw that almost all days are having appointments in the next week. So I simply booked that and got it. So keep checking the portal and keep writing to them. Job seeker visa, the wait is very high. I know, takes time. And parallelly keep applying for jobs. Maybe you get a direct call, maybe you get an interview. Don't stop on that part, even if you have applied for job seeker visa.
Yes, I've applied. Just I got a message from the recruiter on Zing, but he later confirmed me that things cannot be materialized because I'm living in India and not in Germany.
Okay, yeah, that can be a problem. That means your skills are high in demand, but you have to come here. But don't depend on that one job. Like there are many, many jobs. Apply to them.
Yes, I have a compliance domain. I've done my master's in finance, and right now I'm working in auditing US taxation profile.
Oh, nice, nice. I think you have very good profile in that matters. And you can get good jobs, not just in Germany, all over Europe, you can get good job because this compliance topic is very much in demand, or they need people in that kind of expertise here everywhere. So don't worry about that, but keep applying. Make sure your profile is a good match. And Zing is a very good place. I know many people getting offers on Zing. So others, please use that.
Sure, thank you.
Hello, Priyanka. This is Rajesh.
Hi, Rajesh.
I'm into mobile development. So I'm working in UAE right now, but due to some family issues, so I wanted to move to the Germany with my wife. So what is the possibility that actually my wife is into automotive embedded systems, and that's why I wanted to move with the family. We are trying from past 6 months but not getting any interview call.
Mhm.
So what could be the reason? One reason I got it, like one is the proficiency in German might be one.
Mhm.
So blindly we are applying, so I get to know a few important points from your web.
Mhm. Yeah, main thing is optimization, not blindly applying, but really targeted application approach. Sending your cover letter, even if they are not asking, just send it in a PDF with your CV. That would also really work. And showcase your skills properly. Someone in embedded automotive domain has very good opportunities here, also in English language that I'm seeing right now. Many opportunities. So don't stop, but make a good profile. All things depend on how is your CV, how is your LinkedIn, how is your cover letter. Many things depend on that, and how you're approaching. Are you only using LinkedIn, or there are so many portals? Are you going through those portals? Are you contacting HRs, cold emailing them for any profile? Or are you making a list of companies where you have chance, you really have chance to apply? So apply to those companies also. Make that list and make your profile on their career sites. That would really help.
Yeah, thank you, Priyanka.
Welcome. Any other questions? Someone asked demand for data analysts super high. Super high. Not just in Germany, everywhere. And if you're someone from non-tech background, like manufacturing, logistics, finance, etc., and you have analytic skills, that also has super high demand. So it would be a good thing to say that learning analytics is not just relevant to IT people anymore. Anybody can learn analytics and increase their chances of getting a good job, or improve their salary, or move countries.
Priyanka, what about the scope? My name is Nishchit. Okay, again, I am in SAP Ariba.
Mhm.
Okay, along with a BI or BI analyst.
Mhm.
So recently I've learned Power BI, I think. So I'm doing one of the projects for Power BI. So how good is that with Ariba and this combination data analytic?
BI is what? Power BI you're talking, or business intelligence?
For Power BI.
Power BI. Yeah, again, same. Power BI comes under the skill of data analytics, and Power BI is not something very profile or field dependent nowadays. Anybody, you open any job description, and someone who knows Power BI has a very good scope of getting jobs. Even moving to management profile, moving to business analyst profile. If you know Power BI, you can do that very easily. Nowadays, I'm seeing that project manager roles are asking for Power BI as a skill, because project managers have to analyze KPIs for their projects and present it to C levels. And if they are able to do it on Power BI instead of using PowerPoint, they are really preferred in the job market. So that is one huge shift also that I'm looking at job descriptions. So Power BI is very good. I think you can learn it very easily. It's very simple to learn again.
Correct. Yeah, because I'm with mainly my core competency is SAP Ariba. MM and Ariba SAP. So I learned Power BI because there was a need for it in one of the project.
Okay. Yeah, it's a very good skill to write on your resume and LinkedIn.
Okay. And how about SAP jobs?
SAP jobs are high. Germany or Europe is so much manufacturing dominant countries. So I think SAP jobs are very high demand for people who understand that, especially the technical aspect of that.
Yeah, going through your sessions, I can make it out like mine. One is I'm lacking in optimization. One is I'm lacking in the language proficiency. Means I'm learning it, but it's not making it up to the mark. And I'm applying at a wrong month or a session. What you told me about the period might be that one.
Yeah,
So it is
can be
very much
possible.
required for proficiency in Germany.
it is one way to get ahead of competition, I would say. If you want a job faster, German proficiency would really help you get ahead and get interviews at least scheduled.
Yeah, one more thing I wanted to ask you. Example, now I'm staying in Oman, okay, Muscat and Middle East. Most of my career was in Middle East. From Middle East, is it easier to apply for European countries? Is it or else the same thing like in India?
It's similar. Once you're outside Europe, it's similar. Until and unless you're in America, it's much easier if you're in North American continent to move to Europe or Australia or these kind of countries than others. But I think it's similar, much similar. Everything depends on your skills in the end. Okay.
Hi, Priyanka. I have one
Yeah,
question.
Amrita. Yes.
Hi. Actually, I got call from Zing. The company name is Per Zukunft from Berlin. And I checked the rating on Kunun, and it's only
Kununu,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, Kununu.
Oh,
The
okay.
rating is only one for that company. So, do I need to go for the interview or?
Go for the interview. Even if the rating is bad, like you will get one exposure to the interview. You'll see how they conduct interview for your finance domain, and you will also see that what questions they are asking, and you have the chance to talk to a recruiter who can give you a feedback about your profile. So why not use this free chance? Just go for it and see what's lacking. Let me know what they say.
Okay.
That's very interesting. You got a job from Zing. Before that, you didn't have Zing profile, right?
No, I don't have.
Okay, great. Nice to know after our call that's there.
Yeah.
Great, great. All the best for the interview.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Just an add-on question to Amrita. So did she put the location as Germany itself, or did she apply
No,
from India?
no, I'm applying from India.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, Priyanka, one more question to you. I'm into data analysis since last approximately 7 years now, and right now I'm on to my German A1. Like I'm learning German for A1 certification. So, should I highlight it on my CV or?
Yes.
Okay.
Write German. Like I said, even if you start your class today, next day you should do is edit your CV, write German there in your LinkedIn, write German, because that will really improve your chances of getting a job. Like Amruta, she knows German. That is one strong point that she has. So that could get her, because she's also in finance domain. So all these non-IT domains, German is definitely preferred. So write that in your CV. And practice. If they ask you one question in German, just say that you are in the starting levels and all you can do right now is introduce yourself. So prepare that introduction, 3-line introduction about you, your skills, and they would be really, really happy to hear those 2 lines also.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. So so should I start applying like right away, or should I wait for completing my German certification, or start applying for jobs right away? What would you suggest?
Start applying right away.
Okay.
Why would you wait? Like also apply for English jobs. No, or not every job requires German. So apply for English jobs and see.
Okay.
Okay. The session has gotten too long. So should I end, or you still have questions?
No questions, Priyanka.
Okay. Even in chat section, not many questions. Great. So I think all the questions are answered. You guys are happy. You have all the documents that you need. Just make sure you have good CV, cover letter, LinkedIn, and apply consistently. Spend just half an hour in a week, not even more. Even half an hour in 1 week is more than enough to be consistent, but spend that half an hour. That is more important, that you take that effort. It's not easy. Doing anything in life is not easy. I've taken so much effort in my masters. You don't even know. I had never attended parties, never going to get-togethers, just focusing on work, study, German language, and how I can get a job, is crazily working on understanding job market. So just focus on that and take the efforts, because it's not easy, and it will work out sometime for sure. So that's all. I will be ending the session right now. You will get your recordings today once I end the session in few hours. And it was really nice interacting with you, and I hope I could help. I try to include everything A to Z, whatever people ask me on Instagram in this course, and provide it for you. Please use the templates. I've spent a lot of nights making those templates, and let me know your progress. Just keep in contact with me on Instagram or LinkedIn, and just let me know through messages how's your progress going, and if it's helping you. And if you have any special queries or questions, there's always TopMate. You can book a call with me and we can discuss further. Thank you very much. And I wish you all the best in your jobs.
Thanks, Priyanka. It was a wonderful session.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Priyanka.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Priyanka.
Thank you. Bye-bye.